By the way, why are we wearing bras on our heads again?
It's ceremonial.
Okay, Boomer.
Okay, Boomer.
You ready to blow some stuff up?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I keep doing that.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
Okay, Boomers. We got a lot of stuff laid out on the table here, man. This is some wild-looking, divergent type of ordnance we got going on. Even a NOAB sitting up here. This is going to be some kind of display. What are we putting together on this here, Joe?
Weird Pyro.
Weird Pyro. I'm not even sure what that is.
These are the weirdest, strangest fireworks that we have come across since we started the channel. We came up with the concept about a year ago and started buying Ordnance, started planning some videos. About 6 months ago, we released our first video, just over 6 months ago.
I believe that was December 26th.
Yep. I thought it was the 22nd.
I believe it was the 26th.
Oh, I thought it was right before Christmas.
No, sir.
Well,
either way, I'd bet you $1 on that one.
I'm not going to bet on that. But either way, about 6 months ago.
So you're just saying this is a bunch of weird stuff. What makes something weird, man? I mean, what are we talking about weird?
We're talking about stuff that either has some really strange or ambiguous packaging where you can't really tell what it does.
Okay.
Or it looks like it's going to do something that, or it does do something that a lot of most other fireworks don't do. So some really rare effects. It's going to be things that maybe the effect doesn't usually come in that type of ordnance.
All right. So what do you think? We get into them one by one and start talking about them?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So what's first?
We've got these American Color Snappers by Iron Man.
Okay. I've never seen any snaps that even got colored wraps, but I don't know. That doesn't strike me as a whole lot. Have colored wraps. What do you think?
These have colored wraps.
I mean, if it's just colored wraps, that's not that weird. It's just something a little different, right?
But these should have, and I hope it comes up on the video.
Okay.
It shows up on the video.
So you think these are actually going to pop with a little color?
Yes. They're going to pop with a little bit of color. We've got the sawdust coming out because I had to test them.
Oh,
see if that was indeed what
I see.
What was going on there.
So you're saying you have some advanced knowledge?
I did, yes.
Okay. All right. All right. So what do we got here? What's this thing?
These are hand blasters.
I think I've actually seen one of these back in the 80s.
Maybe.
It's a couple balls. You kind of smack them together, and they'll pop a little bit, and it'll do a little explosive like a Benoit ball, or I guess.
Yeah. Well, you gotta.
Okay. Oh. I thought we weren't gonna do any of these displays just yet.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Carried away.
What are you gonna do? We get carried away. You can't put stuff in my hands.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Hand blasters.
Hand blasters. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hand blasters. What's next?
Snake pit.
Snake pit. All right.
There's a few products like this. This one is by Grand Patriot. It's kind of hard to see that little tiny logo on there.
Well, shoot. If somebody can zoom in digitally, they might get in there.
But it's get my crusty fingers in there with it. So we've got a bunch of snakes in one little package.
You light one fuse and it lights a bunch of snakes. Okay?
Lights a bunch of snakes.
All right. Yeah, I have seen other products, but really just recently. That seems like kind of a new innovation that people have decided, okay, well, that's simple. Let's do that.
Yeah, I don't know how long that's been out.
It seems simple, obviously. Yeah. All right. What's that?
Next up, we've got red, white, and blue smoke.
I feel like I've seen that a bunch.
This one is Phantom brand.
Okay.
There's one called USA Smoke by Winda that you see, and I think there's another company that has USA Smoke.
Okay.
This is one I cannot think I've seen, this product with different wraps on it, but I can't think of another smoke product I've seen where it has 3 colors of smoke all at one time.
Okay.
So it's going to have one that comes out here, one there, and one there.
Okay.
And I've seen them where they change color, where they do one color, then they do another color, not 3 all at once.
I feel like I have seen 3 all at once, but I mean, it's not a common effect, obviously.
No.
Okay. So what's next?
We've got these Flashbang Firecrackers.
Okay, so it's just what's weird about that? It's just a bunch of like oversized firecrackers.
It's a 24 strip of tube crackers, which, you know, of course, it's just the tube crackers.
Wait
It's
a
just
minute.
a small cracker.
Those are all strung up.
Inside the tube. Yes, these
So
are strung
that's what's
together.
weird about that.
Yes, these
Yeah.
are strung together.
Yeah, that you don't see.
So you light one fuse, they'll all go.
Yeah. Okay. So
I've
that's
seen that
that's a whole string
one other
up.
time.
String
And
up.
that's it,
Okay.
yes.
All right. You got your rocket here.
Rocket parachute. on Megabanger.
Rocket parachute.
We've done this on the channel a few times with basically no degrees of success.
Yeah. I think
degrees of
0%.
success, yes.
0% success rate
Yes.
on this rocket parachute. But okay,
It's-
it's a weird thing.
It is
because
weird.
You, I mean, I
You
don't
can see
think
it in there.
I don't think we've seen it on other rockets. I mean, it's just
Not
this
seen
one,
it
right?
on the rockets. I know it's out
Must
there,
be
but I
because it
haven't
just
seen
doesn't work. That's why
Probably
nobody else
why
does
nobody else does it.
Yeah.
But this is Megabanger and rocket parachute. It just pops a parachute out the
it. Okay,
end there.
maybe it'll actually work this time.
Maybe.
That would actually score more points, I think.
It might.
All right. Okay, so I see a Soaring Eagle. I see a couple Soaring Eagles.
Yeah. Got Soaring Eagle I, Soaring Eagle II. Soaring
Okay.
Eagle I is a parachute Roman candle.
Okay, and we did one of these parachute Roman candles on our daytime,
Yep.
but this is a different brand?
Different brand. I don't remember what the other one was. It's just called Parachute Candle.
Uh-huh.
And I know there's one by Dominator called Ripcord.
Okay.
Um,
But that was a really cool effect. So I mean, if
Yeah.
this one does as well, I mean, I guess it's less unique since we've already seen it. It's less weird.
it's not unique, but I think it's still strange.
Not unique, right?
Kicking parachutes out
It's-
of a Roman candle.
It's a weird effect, and that one was a lot of fun. If this one's as good as that, I could see it being a lot of fun.
And this
too.
is a big candle. I'm going to show you. I'm going to compare it to something because this is something we're going to talk about this candle later. But this is like your garden variety large bore candle. That's the
Okay.
regular size of a large bore
All right.
candle, and you can see this
I mean,
thing
it's
is
not
a
only is
lot
it longer,
bigger. It's longer.
It's
It's
bigger
wider.
around, got a bigger circumference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that's a big honker of a candle there.
It's a hunker. Yeah. So also the Soaring Eagle II is also a hunker. So it looks like
Yes.
same size.
Yes.
Daytime use, I see, is smoke Roman candle.
Yeah. But
Daytime
smoke.
use, smoke.
Really,
Going to
I'm
shoot smoke out of there.
not sure what to expect here on
Well-
this. I think it's just going to be some smoke blasts.
Okay.
To
Well,
go up.
that could be interesting.
Yeah.
All right. And I see base jump.
Base jump. We got a 4-pack. We'll probably just go do one of these. We might do 2 to see if they're different. I
Yeah,
don't
why
know if
not?
they're different, but we'll see how it goes.
All right. So what are these supposed to do?
well-
Does it say on there?
The performance here. More info needed. Red smoke, green smoke, blue smoke, yellow smoke, purple smoke, and parachutes.
Okay.
So we've got candles with smoke and parachutes.
Well, somebody needs to update the wiki on that one so we can tell what's going on.
Yeah. Another thing that's interesting too is it's got 5 colors of smoke listed
Mhm.
and parachutes,
But there's only 4 tubes.
but there's 5 shots each.
Oh.
Something's not mathing there. Unless each of the 5 shots has a parachute with smoke with it.
Okay.
And then you could have all 5 colors in each candle. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know what to expect.
Okay. So let's just move on. We'll figure
Yeah.
out what that is later.
Right.
Smoke Dragon. Is this the same one we shot?
Not the same one we shot. It's a different one.
Same style
Same
of
style.
just a smoke cake.
Smoke cake.
Okay.
There's your performance right there.
So
There are a lot of these out there.
I don't remember what brand that was. This one's Winda.
Yeah.
And I remember being pretty disappointed with that one that we shot, quite frankly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just, it was a thin effect.
Yeah. I don't think there's a whole lot to them really, but it's, it still doesn't make it not weird.
It's weird.
Just like the fact different companies make it, it's still weird.
Okay.
Something I want to throw on top of that, different people do weird firework videos, strange firework videos. There's several different ones on YouTube. Doesn't make the fireworks less weird.
Okay. All right.
Just my opinion of that. But,
That's fair. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is this a separation? Those look kind of off.
Yeah,
mean,
we're going to
they're
do
by
these.
themselves.
These are all daytime, and
This is
these,
daytime.
these are more, I think, dusk.
Dusk for these, you think?
I
Okay.
think. This
All right,
one,
let's talk about these.
yeah, this is the Friendship Pagoda.
Friendship
Everybody's
Pagoda.
seen these. They're in every fireworks store. I've seen them.
Just a little novelty.
Never lit one.
And this thing is a spinner.
It's a spinner. It's got a little base that's going to spin around.
And we
There's the
think that
fuse.
thing just kind of pops up, right?
This is supposed to pop up. I've heard they don't work all the time.
Okay.
They don't pop up all the time,
Right.
but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
And I think it's more of a dusk thing because we want to see the sparks from the spinning, but we also want to see the pagoda pop up at the
Right.
end.
We don't want to have to light it to see the whole effect there. So
Yeah.
yeah, dusk makes sense. All right. And this thing, I don't know what this is. That's a fountain or something?
Miraculous magic box.
It's a magic box.
Emits flashes of light and smoke, spins on ground, emits showers of sparks.
So this thing spins on ground?
Well, it says the performance is over here.
Okay. What do we got here? So fun firework effects inside a magic box. It's great for pyros who love surprises. Okay, well that's intriguing on the face of it. Red smoke, flash, neon ground bloom flowers, gold spring snowballs, and lasers. Lasers. All in one box. I've never seen a laser come out of a pyro. Any kind of pyro ordnance. How are they going to get lasers?
Some of them they call flash pots, like laser pots or something.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. But that's,
So
yeah, you got to open this to do it.
What's going on
Here's the
here?
fuse right
This is a
there.
bunch of crazy stuff here.
Yeah.
This thing is jam-packed with strangeness.
Yes.
This is weird.
I'm guessing this is probably smoke.
Okay.
That might be a flash pot down there or vice versa.
All right.
I think
Yeah, I could see that being a flash pot down there.
I think this is a three
Little fountain
fountain
tubes.
here, and I think
And that
that's
thing
got-
might kick out some ground blooms.
I think that's what's happening here.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Believe that is what's happening there.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That is weird.
That's weird. All right, so that's our dusk stuff. Well, this is a new category we got here?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna just continue on through with this stuff. I mean, I just wanted to make sure we do this.
Do
at dusk.
these two first.
Yeah.
And then continuing on
Continue
dusk.
on through this. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about
I
them.
mean, you could do these at night, but I don't think you need full darkness for this stuff.
Okay.
We've got dragon eggs. These are some tiny little flashers. I mean, little crackle balls. I'm sorry.
And we've seen these on the channel.
We
We've
had
done
them on the
these.
channel.
So these aren't weird to us, but it is weird packaging, right?
It's weird packaging, and they're so tiny that the name brand.
Yeah, you got to zoom in on it even to like see it.
Yeah, it's pig fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dragon's Eggs, that's kind of a cool name, honestly, for
Yeah.
a little crackle ball. I tell you what, I have actually seen a couple versions of this in like European videos doing
Okay.
demos of a product,
Okay.
and recently, like in the last couple of months. So
Okay.
those might have just hit the market over there, and it's kind of like the new thing over there. I'm not sure,
Well,
but so they're a little less weird to me. I mean, when you presented them to me months ago, they were very weird to me.
yeah.
Now less so from familiarity, but still, these are unique in my personal experience, this
Yeah.
Dragon's Egg product.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
So we're going to go from those to some bigger crackle balls.
Oh, okay.
We've got the Black Cat color mines.
Wait a minute. These are in color, Crackle?
I don't know. We're going to see. We've got one of the regular ground mines here
Okay.
that we know is just the regular garden variety
That's just a Crackle
crackle
ball.
ball.
Mhm. And a decent sized one, like these are.
Yeah,
right?
same size and same, Black Cat. I wanted to use
Okay,
Black
same
Cat
brand,
for both,
right.
so the same brand kind of give,
So this is just for
apples to apples
reference.
there. Yeah.
And then we're going to see if these crackle in color.
Yes,
It says color mine,
it does.
so I would expect them to. If they didn't, it'd be disappointing.
That is what I expect, yes.
Okay.
I do kind of expect it.
Okay.
That
What's
way.
next?
Next up, we've got Dizzy Bees.
Dizzy Bees. All right.
So this product, you've seen them maybe as eyeballs, googles.
Spins on ground, emits showers and sparks.
Yeah. So this is like a little ground spinner here.
Looks like a
the fuse, and
camellia
it spins
flower to
around
me.
like a camellia flower.
Right.
But then it's got a crackle ball at the end.
Oh, that thing's a crackle ball.
Yeah.
See, now that wasn't clear to me.
Yeah.
I see the ball there, and I never put together that was a crackle ball.
I also think it's funny that, to me, it's just weird that it's called, this is by Firehawk, by the way. There's the brand up there. It's kind of
Okay.
hidden.
I see it now.
But this is kind of weird to me. It's called Dizzy Bees. Bees fly, but these don't get off the ground.
Okay.
Um,
Well, they've been drinking or they're
yeah,
dizzy.
right, right. Maybe they have been drinking. That's why they have these veiny eyeball
That
things on
could
them.
be. They're a little
Because-
hungover from
Yeah,
partying last night or
Right.
something.
because some of these, have the eyeball theme on them. and they'll have an eye stuck to them. So it
So-
looks like they just kind of grabbed these.
Same ordnance is what
Same
you're saying?
ordnance.
Okay.
Probably didn't bother repackaging them, but then they just put
They
a
call
different,
it something different.
call it something else, and it's just
put
kind
a
of,
different label on it and go on with their life.
yeah, right. The whole thing is kind of strange to me.
All right, what's
Like
next?
that. Next up, we've got the Black Cat Color Firecrackers.
We've seen these.
We have
we
seen
did
these.
these in our enormous firecracker demonstration that didn't go quite as well as we hoped.
Right.
But it sure was a big one.
It was
we
a
have
big one.
56 different ones or something like
Something
that?
like that. We had a lot of
Yeah,
firecrackers.
it was a stupid number, a lot of really similar
I
things.
want to revisit that, but I want to be a little more selective.
However,
Yeah.
this one, in terms of crackers this size, I mean, some of those big ones stood out just because they, gave a little more bang,
Right.
They were deeper and or louder or,
Yeah.
you felt them more in your gut.
Yeah.
But in terms of like firecracker size, strip, like this, these were the most interesting to me
Yeah, I
in
thought
that
so.
demo.
Thought so. I believe the color is in the fuse.
Yeah,
So you light the strip and you'll see it go from one end to the other. You'll see different colors.
which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so no, I can see why these are in the weird because I haven't seen another product like that. Okay, what else?
Well, speaking of I don't think there's another product like this one.
Okay, what's this thing here?
This is called a Starball Contribution.
That what? It's called a
Starball
what?
Contribution. This one's by
Wait a
Shogun.
minute, this is a large Shogun Starball contribution.
Yeah. I don't know if somebody was high when they translated that or when they came up with that name,
Well,
but
Google translates a little.
yeah,
little
I don't
funny
know.
Sometimes.
I don't know where they were going with that name. But this thing, you light it up here, it's going to spin on this,
Uh huh.
and then it's going to jump.
It's going to jump.
Yeah, as it spins, it's going to
Okay.
jump.
How high?
Just about, like that.
All right. Well, all right. That's not all on frame. So you're
Yeah.
saying it'll jump maybe like 6 or 10 inches or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think there's another product that does that. If there is, I haven't seen it.
All right. Okay. What else? Or did you have more to say about that?
No, I'm good.
All right.
And speaking of jumping, we got jumping jacks with Crackle.
Jumping jacks with Crackle.
Now, these are by Cutting Edge. So not only have I not seen jumping jacks with Crackle
Mm-hmm.
before, I'll be interested to see how much Crackle is in those. I've not seen a 50-pack of jumping jacks all strung together. Usually they just come in that
They're
little
like
12-pack.
16 or 12 or
It's
something.
a
Is it
12-pack usually what you see on jumping
Okay.
jacks.
Yeah, no, I hadn't even taken note of that because
Yeah.
I looked at this one earlier.
Yeah. Not saying they're not out there, but
just-
I haven't seen them.
Just to disclose, folks, we went through all this stuff just before shooting this intro, and we have scores on each of these ordnance based on weirdness factor, which obviously is subjective, before ever lighting it up. We could examine them, read the package, and on that basis, try to determine how weird it was before we ever put fire to fuse. So that we've done that, and we'll share those scores with you as we go along. And then we're going to do the same process after we light them.
Yeah.
And come up with an overall score. All right, so that's what we have to say about that. We have seen those ground bloom flowers with Crackle,
We have seen
and
those.
that adds a whole lot to that ground bloom effect.
does.
I like them a lot more.
It does, yes.
I mean, it's such a simple thing, but it's like that little extra oomph it makes it cooler.
It does.
So I expect the same sort of effect with this, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
It does.
I mean, I think it'll just be
Yeah.
better than regular. And I like jumping jacks anyway.
I like
so-
jumping jacks anyway. Just
Yeah.
being able to light that little one fuse and
Yeah.
have them all go. And do
And
their
this being a longer
thing.
strip, I like that too. So yeah, there's a lot to like here.
Yeah.
In terms of weirdness factor, I mean, we haven't seen it before, but it's easily understandable what's going to happen here. I got a picture
Right.
in my head.
Right.
So,
It's
right.
things that aren't weird in and of themselves, but you put the whole package
Put it
together.
together, and it's
a product that
potentially
see.
unique because
Yeah.
we haven't seen it in
Right.
any other combination like
Right.
that. Okay, so Kapow is next.
Kapow is one of the weirdest fireworks I've ever seen.
And we've seen this before. We did this on Tiny?
Yeah.
And
Well, these
yeah.
come in a 6-pack. We did
Okay.
3 of them already.
Okay,
this
so
is-
that's why there's 3 left.
yeah. This one's hopefully that'll still work. I didn't see that was
Well, it's a little.
janky like
Yeah,
that.
it looks like it took a battering, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
So you've got a little flash pot with a big giant fuse sticking out of it.
Okay. Which, I mean, it looks looks strange to have that weird fuse, but it's difficult. The packaging does say, what's it say? Spins on ground, emits flame and sparks, emits flashes of light, which that looks like a flash pot, right? With a big fuse.
It does, yes.
Now we know what this does because we've seen this.
It spins.
It spins. Well, it says that.
Yeah,
so we know that from the description.
Yeah.
But we've seen this operate. So, but just on the basis of doing those three things, as opposed to just emitting flashes of light like a normal flash pot would do, this is already kind of weird, right? I mean, but anyway,
it gets weirder.
It kind of does. But in terms of preliminary score, it's already weird.
It's already weird.
All right. So, okay. Let's move on to the next. Let's put those away.
We don't want to talk about the rest of it right now.
Oh, no. Let's move on to the next ordinance.
All right. All right. New small bees.
New small bees, which we're also familiar with.
Yeah.
Honestly, they don't strike me as very weird looking. They're just really small, what I assume are aerial spinners.
Yeah.
And there's not a whole lot of description going on there.
No, that's not. And that's basically why they're here. They're just so tiny. They're just some tiny little aerial spinners.
Now, we also are quite familiar with this product. And jumping ahead, as I find them weirder lighting than they give an appearance here. And we won't give that away in case you haven't seen, our videos using them. But yeah, hang tight. There's more to come, basically. Same situation. It gets better with fire. Fair to say that?
It is.
All right. What's next on the list? We got these Zingers.
We got some Zingers by Red Rhino. Now, of course, a million companies make these.
Okay.
We've mostly had speedballs on the channel.
Because, that's what we get there at Boomland, which is our home base.
Right. So, there's a lot of them out there. It's not weird in that regard. But the fact that, well, if you've never seen them before, I don't think you'd be too prepared for what it does. It makes a sound.
It does say something, right?
It does.
It says, spins upward, emits showers of sparks. So spins upward is strange, right? Whereas
it is for an
jumping
ordnance.
jacks,
It looks like that.
Jumping jacks says spins on ground. And these kind of look like jumping jakes or ground bloom flowers. They're a little smaller than ground bloom flowers, right?
Yeah.
So they're similar size to like a jumping jake, which is just a big jumping jack, essentially. But we know what Zingers do. Y'all probably do too.
Yeah.
But the description already, it's a little weird to say it spins upward. What's that mean, right? So not that weird, but it's like, wait a minute, something might be a little different here. Fair?
Yeah. The sound makes them weird, though.
Well, and it doesn't say anything about the sound, though. So
No.
we haven't gotten into that at all. Okay.
No, but we're talking about what these other things do. So.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we are.
Next up, we got Wonder Helicopter by Miracle.
Okay. Now, what's strange about this? It just looks like an aerial spinner to me.
It does. Well, it says something crazy on it.
What's it say? Read it to me.
It says 3 faces of up and down per each.
I thought we were going to have 3 faces of death, but that's something different. The faces of death.
Yeah. So I think they mean 3 phases of up and down.
Up and down.
Where this thing goes up and then it comes down and then it goes
hover
up
a little
again.
bit. I think.
I don't know if it's going to hover. I've heard that it goes up and comes all the way back down to the ground and goes back up again.
Okay.
I've heard it's a little bit. I heard it takes that hovering thing to a new level.
I have recently seen a demo on these.
Yeah.
Actually, and I mean very recently, like about a week ago. Shout out to Light of the World on that. He did it. So I'm familiar with this product, or well, I think I am. I think this will perform like what he demoed.
Does it belong in the weird pyro from what you saw?
I mean, I don't think it's quite what you're describing. I didn't see hovering.
Okay.
And we're jumping ahead. But this exceeds what I expected to see out of an aerial spinner of this type.
Okay.
It does something on beyond that. So
Okay.
it's fair to, it'd be weird in that regard, yes.
Okay.
You got anything more to say about that one?
No.
All right. What's this next one?
Magic Flying Unlimited, and the short of it is I think it's might be the same product.
Okay. Similar description?
Yeah. Well, It says up and down flying.
Up and down flying.
Yeah.
All right. It looks quite similar.
It does.
I mean, it's the same wing design.
Yeah.
And same, size bore there for the engine.
Yeah.
Okay, so it might be identical.
Might be.
Not sure.
We don't know.
All right. We got some more we want to do right now?
Yeah, we got the crackling thunder strip with double bomb.
Okay, now that's
Liberty
interesting
Bell.
right off the bat. I don't know what that is. Crackling thunder strip with double bomb.
Yeah.
We better open that up.
This is
that
like
legal?
This is like the magic whip. It's like the magic whip where you hang this.
Okay. You hang up that, maybe a cracker bomb type of situation,
Yeah, you can hang that on something,
and it's got a
and you're going to light it down here.
whole magic whip fuse that's going to crackle on its way up.
Yeah.
Okay, we know magic whip, although that's longer than typical magic whip, obviously.
Right.
And then we kind of know cracker bomb.
Yeah.
So it's those two things put together. And magic whip's a little something weird on its own.
It is. Yeah.
I mean, you can get crackling fuse on its own, and basically that's what magic whip is.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a weird product by itself.
Right.
But then to tie it in with that takes it up to another level.
Yeah, I think it's going to have like a crackle bomb type finale at the end.
Okay, crackle bomb. I was kind of hoping for more of a firecracker report effect.
I'm not sure if it has the report.
Well, we'll find out.
I'm thinking that it's more like a crackle ball,
Okay,
but we'll see.
but it's a double bomb. So
Double
it's
bomb,
a
yes.
couple of them at least.
Yes.
A couple of something.
A couple of something.
All right, what's next?
Right. Next up, we've got spinner sparklers.
Okay.
This one is from T-Sky.
Okay, T-Sky.
Yep. And it says the effects here. Absolutely gorgeous view with 6 pieces of sparklers rolling like a golden lamp. That is kind of a bizarre description.
Okay. Yes, it is. Okay. Well, let's look at this thing because we can see through the package what's kind of going on. It's on springs,
Yeah.
and it looks to me, through examination, and we haven't lit this, but there are some. I mean, you can see images there of like a circle of sparks.
Yeah.
It looks like it's gravity fed on kind of a screw there.
Trying to open this up
Well,
because this is the important part.
we want to get into that yet?
Well, yeah, we're talking about what this stuff does, right?
Well, wait, okay.
And how it works. You light that one end, it's sticking out.
And it's gonna spring all those out.
Yeah, when it gets to here, they'll spring the
burn
tape.
that tape,
You leave it taped, and it burns the tape.
right?
So once the tape burns, then they spread out,
Then they'll start just kind of
and then it
moving
releases
down
this.
that spiral and
Yeah.
spinning around.
Right. Yeah.
Now this is something you plant this in the ground,
It's a handheld.
handheld.
Yeah.
So you hold that stick on that
handheld.
spring.
Yeah. It's right here. Where's it say? Hold in hand
Hold in hand.
with arm extended away from body.
Okay. Yeah, because that thing's going to spin around. You are going to have to extend your arm. If you have your arm in tight, that thing's going to be brushing up against your clothes or your body or something. You're actually going to have to hold that out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
I haven't either. I haven't either. I've seen a similar product called something like Sparkler Octopus or something like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
You think it spins like that, or is it more just springy?
I think it's very similar, but
Similar?
I'm not 100%. I don't know anything other than the fact that I think it's similar.
I got to say, involving a kinetic effect, just to have that be gravity fed to make it spin like that
Yeah.
is weird in terms of pyro.
Yeah, it is weird.
So, I mean, I think high scores for that just conceptually, but
Right.
I'm kind of looking forward to seeing something so simple as sparklers, right? I mean, it's rare that that's true, but I'm looking forward to this ordinance.
We've talked about that before on the channel, how, kind of things like sparklers and smoke and simple things like that, we might have kind of written off at some point, as being just boring kid stuff. And then you find interesting things that still might be kid stuff, but I don't think this is boring at all.
Right. No, I'm looking forward to it. And we got one more sort of pinwheel thing here, huh?
Yeah, this is Pinwheel Parade.
Okay. Pinwheel Parade.
And this is another handheld thing. You're going to hold this here.
I think it says differently on the package.
Oh, does it?
I think it
Yeah,
says
do not hold in hand.
do not hold in hand.
So we're going to need to stabilize this somewhere.
Plant it somehow.
Plant it somewhere, have it.
The ground's pretty moist, so we shouldn't have much trouble being able to do that.
Right. You're going to hang, or you can hang it somewhere, get it in something.
Possibly.
But yeah. And then it's going to go up like the one fuse.
Looks like it's going to
down there.
have little spinners, what, 4 different spinners
4 different
there.
little spinners that go, and they're all connected, yeah.
All right, so we got a reasonable idea what it's going to do, we think, but it's a fairly uncommon effect and presentation of it. Okay, so we're half an hour in. Let's, we got a bunch more that we're, at this point, almost obviously going to have to split off into another video. So this is going to be a 2-parter, y'all. Let's take a quick moment to discuss our scoring system. We talked about how we'd set it up and gone through all this stuff leading up to this shoot. So we're scoring everything pre-lit based on packaging and description and what we anticipate it doing and how weird is it before we ever light it. And that's going to be good for 40% of the overall score. And then after we light it, we're going to reassess it based on weirdness as it burns, as it is utilized as it's intended. And that'll be 60%. That'll be the overall score. We each have scored all of these items blindly to try to help not influence one another about score. So there we go. We'll present those scores at the end of this video overall, and go from there. Anything else to add before we take this to After Dark?
No, I'm looking forward to it, man. We got a lot of weird stuff here.
Man, this is weird already, and we're only halfway done.
Yep.
And we haven't even lit anything yet.
Right?
Man, this is fun stuff. Let's hang with us, Boomers. You'll see the whole scores and all the presentation of this stuff in just a moment. From the torch held in my hand, I don't think they understand my ignition. Weird Pyro. Boomers! This is our daytime shoot for Weird Pyro. We got a bunch of stuff that we're about to light it up, man. What's these? These color pops?
Yeah.
All right. These are not very strange if they're just colored wraps. They're not weird at all. It's just a colored wrap, but we think it's got color. Now, don't you think it's going to be easier to see the color at night? Why are we doing these in the day?
Because I don't think we'd be able to see the color at night.
I see.
Because I don't think the color. I'm going to show them right there.
I got you. So I'm gonna focus right by this crack by the grass there. Can you throw right there? Can you actually pop one? Yeah, I didn't see any color at all. We heard it. I don't see how you think we're going to see this in the daytime. I really don't. I think this is a nighttime thing.
I was able to see it the other day during the day, and it was more like something I was thinking, that color is dark. You're never going to see that at night. So we might have to just try it again and see.
Any emitted light at night is going to be easier to pick up, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it's so much the light.
Until I know where you're showing it, throwing it, I can't.
Well, I wasn't expecting you to get that. I was just, while we were talking,
just a little frustrated.
I was just trying one.
Okay.
Because
I don't think we're picking any of that.
I don't think we're going to pick it up on there. I don't even see it now. I saw it the other day.
I think we need to nix this and
try it
do it after. Yeah, do it after the sun goes down.
We'll try them again.
Right, we'll come back to that. Colored snaps are on hold
because the blast was the same. I thought it was more like it was almost like a little bit of smoke coming off of it or something. That was the color.
Okay, we got off to a quick start because we never talked about the scores pre-ignition.
Right.
So let's do that real quick.
Okay.
And this is just the day one stuff. This is not the whole display, but this will take us through Magic Flying Unlimited for late dusk. We went through handheld. Okay, so Pinwheel Parade was the last thing we came up with. And I have not actually organized this spreadsheet, but Miraculous Magic Box, we both had that at a 9. That's the clear winner for today, pre-lighting as to Weird Pyro champion.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest of the bunch. We'll be doing that in a little later set. That is at dusk. This is daytime shoot still. We also had a couple of pretty good high scores on spinner sparklers. That's the gravity-fed little one that it goes down and makes kind of a circle. It's handheld on the springs. We had a reasonably high score on Starball Contribution. That's the hopping little ground spinner.
Yeah.
We had on Base Jump and Soaring Eagle II. They both got a 15 total, so a 7.5 aggregate average score between us on both of those. So those are kind of our top scores before we light anything. All right, now moving on. What we want to do this handheld, and I want to play. I'm going to have to hand you the camera and try this too, because that looks like too much fun. I mean, come on, that's kind of a cool thing. And that thing, it says, what did it say? Something about 50 times, didn't it?
I'm not sure what it said.
It says something on there about how many times you can do this. Exposing your hands safely. I thought it did. Over 400 blasts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's more than 50 because I gave my son some.
Yeah. And these have to, this is something about the two of them together, isn't it? You can't just do that on its own?
Right.
Okay. So it's like a match strike almost.
Something.
The chemical coming together in an epoxy sort of situation. Okay. Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We haven't scored the color snaps because we haven't seen them.
Right.
But yeah, that was fun. Okay, high score so far, just theoretically. We're not getting into numbers yet, but I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing snakes.
Yeah.
All right. And this should be pretty simple, right? But,
should be.
But, I mean, it's just something weird and different. I mean, when you get some snakes, you're always trying to put a bunch of them together, right? And get them to all go. I mean, that's kind of what people do with snakes.
Right.
And so this is already done for you.
Yeah.
How many snakes do you suppose is in there?
I don't know.
We should have maybe got another one to open it up and see.
We have more. We can take one apart.
I mean, it's still going.
Yeah.
So that's I feel like we've done 6 together, and that looks like a little bit more than that. So this might be 8 or 10, maybe. I'm estimating.
Something like that.
All right. So snakes, fun. That's exactly what we expected it to do.
Right.
It's pure evil.
Right.
Pure evil.
Pure evil.
Okay.
Red, white, and blue smoke.
This is the 3-color smoke simultaneous.
Correct.
And they did all light pretty, that fuse set up. So, yeah, that's pretty solid. I mean, that color effect is, it all kicked in about the same time. That fusing was good.
Yeah.
So, points for that. And wind conditions are good right now where it's not dispersing that real quick. We're getting good streaming on the color.
Yeah. If you guys have seen any other smoke products like this, please put it in the comments that have other combinations of colors where things go simultaneously. Because we've only seen red, white, and blue. We have not seen this in any other combination.
Right. Well, I mean, this is the natural in this country anyway.
It is.
Right?
It is, yes.
The red, white, and blue. So, and in terms of effect, I'd say it did a pretty good job.
Still going. The blue kind of petered out.
Blue petered out. But, yeah. And now the white's pretty much petered out. But the red's still going strong, which is funny because it looks like the red's maybe going to be the smallest smoke.
Yeah.
The way it's set up there. But there it goes. All right, red, white, and blue. Pretty good burn. And this is all these little barrel crackers.
Yeah, 24 strip.
All right, and this is going to be a bunch of them. So let's hit it. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, they were real, man. My ears are ringing.
Yeah.
Got one that didn't go there, I think, and another one that didn't go there. So there's another one there. So we got a couple of duds that are still whole and just didn't pop.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that had a decent effect.
I think sometimes that happens when you've got a bunch of crackers all, fused together. They blow the fuses out of the other ones. This is the rocket parachute.
Oh, I need to get a little, okay, got it.
Take 50 on this. I don't know how many of these we've done, but maybe this will be the one that works.
I don't think we've done that many.
No, we've done like 6. Well, it's got a little,
Here it's coming. It's not open. I mean,
No, but that's the best result we've had yet on that.
You think? I mean, I feel like we've had that before.
We got us a little green flare with it, and then
So yeah, it just never opened up, right? There it came down. Like you can still see the paracord all bundled up.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the effect we've come to expect from that.
Right.
Very cool concept. The execution just doesn't take.
Well, let's see if Soaring Eagle. Let's see if Soaring Eagle I.
This is Soaring Eagle I, and this is the parachute one,
This
right?
is the parachute one. Let's see if the parachutes in that are any better.
All right.
The last parachute candle we had was really good.
Yeah, that was cool.
I don't remember who made that one. We'd have to look. Yeah. About like the last one. Well, that one's doing pretty good. That came down for you. Fun one there. Yeah, I think if you got a bunch of little kids that like chasing these parachutes,
Yeah.
this might be a fun product to have a few of these going.
Right. So we got those littering out in the field there.
Yep.
We'll have to attend to it, but we can see all 5 of them lined up. They all opened up and fell in a pretty tight little space there, basically.
Yeah.
Let me zoom in that, I guess. But there's all 5 there.
This is Soaring Eagle II, also by Miracle. And
we don't know what this is. It's got smoke involved, though, it says.
Smoke. That's all we know.
Uh-huh. Oh, that blue one was... Blue one was a little premature.
Yeah.
All right, that wasn't bad.
Nope.
Kind of thin. We've got a real good day for it, though. The wind is next to nothing. So that gives me actually kind of high hopes for the effects on the Smoke Dragon. But what's the next one?
Base jump.
Base jump, and we're shooting one of these. We got the other 3 lined up, ready to go in case we want to, right?
I think we might do those 3 together.
All right.
After we see what the one does by itself.
All right. And we don't know, really.
We don't know. That's the parachute first, I guess.
Yeah, it's all parachutes. Every one of them. I don't think these are picking up very well on camera. That last one was higher.
Yeah. So I didn't see any smoke on that at all.
No, not really. I was kind of hoping there would be smoke coming out of the parachutes, right? I mean, or out of the, the weight.
I'm not sure what I was hoping for, but
all right, we're going to try all of these.
We're going to try them and see what they do. We'll see if we can get some smoke out of these.
Yeah, well, I mean, it does what it does. I don't think these are going to be different than the other one.
Well, I don't know.
All right, fair enough.
A lot of 4-packs of candles. Each one's different, you know?
That's a fair point. All right, 3 at a time base jump. I think it's going to be all the same. Oh, yeah, there I'm proving wrong. We got, all right. One of these 3 is parachutes and the other 2 are smoke. Okay, so it's half and half basically.
Yeah, 2 parachute, 2 smoke.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
That's a fun kit. That's a fun kit for the kids.
So you don't know which is which.
Well, you might. I mean, those colors might indicate, I mean, if you research it.
Well, yeah, they might.
It doesn't say, but
they're all, well, no.
So these 2 are kind of green, and those 2 are kind of orange.
Yeah, the lettering on them. So I bet these 2 are the parachute ones. And
Why
these 2
would
are the
you say
smoke
that?
ones. Because the lettering, they have the same lettering, and those 2 have the same lettering.
Well, why couldn't it be the other way around? Oh, because we
know
shot
that what this
first.
one was.
I got you. Yeah, no, I'm with you. That was parachute, that first one that we shot by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a smart cookie. All right, what we got? Just the Smoke Dragon?
Smoke Dragon.
Man, let's hit it. I'm going to back off as we're talking about it. And I expect a similar effect to those, okay, faster. Yeah, I tell you what, that is a lot more fun in a still air. Have the wind down makes a huge difference on that effect, right?
It does.
Not dispersing it.
It does.
So, word to the wise: if you're going to shoot some of that, so the flying smoke, be it through the cake or those candles, do it in a day when the wind is still. We want to pause this and set up the next.
Might as well.
Okay, we'll be right back with y'all. Okay, boomers, we're back at it. Jody's playful. Here's a Friendship Pagoda. A little ground spinner that's supposed to kind of pop up.
Yeah.
Let's get in tighter. Okay, not a whole lot of spinning. There's some more spinning. A little bit more. Not a whole lot of popping up.
There it is.
It popped up. There, it popped it at the end.
That was pretty cool.
All right. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Well, get a close up there.
Close up of that.
Yeah, it's all popped up.
Yeah. All right.
I'm thinking that pops up more, like physically, but I could be wrong. Yeah, maybe not.
Well, that's about it. That's what
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that wasn't so bad.
All right.
It didn't do exactly how I expected, but
That's what I thought it was going to do. I mean, I saw one video of it, and that's what it did
all right.
in the video.
All right, this is the magic box. This was the high score in terms of weird pre-lighting by our estimations. Let's see it.
Smoke and flash pot together.
All right, smoke and flash pot. I'm going to try to get around the other side of this and get the flash pot behind the smoke. I think that's more the intention. Yeah. All right. So they're both out of that central tube. Or no,
Smoke is going up there a bit.
It is. Once again, we got good conditions for smoke. Yeah. There we go. That is a large number of them, and also they had pretty good burn time.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Those are cool. And those are going a distance. All right. I'm going to talk about that one for a second because that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a lot going on.
Yeah. I mean, none of that was anything you hadn't seen before, right? I mean, it's uncommon to see those ground booms pop out of a fountain, but we've seen that.
Yeah.
And I've never seen smoke and strobe together. I think that's a cool effect.
Right.
I kind of thought the smoke would tie into the fountain a little more, but that was a pretty decent fountain on top of the rest of all that stuff that was kind of cool. So there's a lot going on there. I can give that a thumbs up at the very least. All right, what's next? I forgot.
That's a
coming
good
down here
piece
to
there.
some dragon's eggs.
Dragon eggs.
All right, let's do dragon eggs.
Yeah.
And we've seen these before. We know what's going on here.
Yes. Little crackle there.
Little crackle. All right. They're real tiny. They're real cheap.
Yeah, I think we paid like 30 cents for a 6-pack of them.
Oh, a 6-pack? Okay.
Yeah. So here's the other 5.
Obviously, you get a bigger effect in volume there.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So, yeah. Known commodity and known quantity there in the
they're just
dragon's
tiny.
egg. They're tiny
They're
and
just so small. And
honestly, when we tested those out another time, they had about the same effect like a small crackle ball. I mean, it's just they look a lot smaller, but
yeah,
and they're a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
So, win-win.
Yep. Dizzy bees.
Dizzy bees.
Dizzy eyeballs. They're not bees. I mean, they don't fly.
Well, they bounce.
No, they don't bounce.
Oh, all right. Do they spin?
They're supposed to spin.
All right.
That one's not spinning though.
Not so much.
It got caught.
That was a decent crackle ball.
That was some decent crackle.
Yeah.
That was some decent crackle.
Yeah.
Let's see if this one's going to spin.
Let's try to get this guy spinning.
Let's see. We had that one. Yeah,
that was some pretty solid crackle.
Let's see if it's going to spin here.
Yeah, not so much spinning.
Not so much of the spinning. I don't know if it's the surface that we're on, but I mean, we've done things spinners on.
Maybe we should put that on a board. We got these boards.
Well, yeah.
It's too late now.
Too late now. We've done them on the concrete before, on the asphalt before.
Well, this is pretty beat up asphalt, so that might be the difference.
That might be.
It's not so smoothed out. So not one of these spun.
That's a lot of crackle.
That was some big
ball.
Crackle effect. Okay.
That was a lot more crackle.
Yeah, not all the effect we wanted out of that.
Right.
Next.
So
we got these color crackle balls.
We got the color crackle balls.
All right.
We're going to start with one here. This is the regular ground mine.
So this is the control.
This is right. This is the benchmark.
This is not part of Weird Pyro. This is just to show the difference.
Right. Which we just saw the difference over here with these other crackle balls. But this will give us the Black Cat version of that.
Okay, and these are Black Cat color mines.
Yeah. So this is the green one.
Let's see. See how green this is. It burned faster I mean, it's a different effect on that crackle, but I definitely saw the green.
A little green at first, and then it went back to the normal. Let's see the red one.
So it's, okay, a little double dose there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're getting a burst of the color.
Yeah.
That it's not really, and the crackle's just the crackle.
Right.
And that got the double too. That first one hit both those payloads at once. So.
Right. A lot of these had the double whammy there.
All right.
This is the color firecrackers.
Color firecrackers. And also Black Cat. Okay.
Did you pick up the color?
I think so. I did, yes. I think we did.
Okay.
I think we got that on camera. I don't think it was quite as pronounced as those crackle balls, quite frankly.
Right.
Whew. My eardrums.
Yeah, I didn't see much of it.
My earballs.
Or rather in the daytime. I think it's not dark enough for that.
Watch out. You almost got that zinger. You were aware?
I was aware.
And what's this one called?
Starball Contribution.
Starball Contribution.
You know what?
Nope. You're going to get that board?
I'm going to get that board for the rest of these spinner things.
Any spinners we're going to try to put on a board.
Because it just hasn't gone well. We got more spinners.
Well, so far it hasn't.
So we're going to put the spinners.
So far it hasn't.
On the board.
So we're going to go Starball Contribution on a board.
Yeah. We're going to try this. Hopefully this thing will get going and spin for us and jump for us.
I saw it pop up a little bit right about here.
Yeah, it hopped a little bit. It got about 6 inches.
You can see the smoke trail, and then it hopped up from there.
Yeah.
But didn't go very far.
No, I think they're supposed to hop a little bit more than that.
Yeah. What I saw hopped quite a bit more than that, quite frankly. It wasn't called that, but I saw a product similar to that.
Yeah. So this is Kapow. This is the green one.
All right. And it is a green effect. Oh, that thing shot off of there.
Whoa.
Okay.
That was lively.
Yeah. Is that gonna? Where'd it go?
But that got weirder than I thought.
That flash pot isn't where the fuse jumped. I don't know where it dropped off, but all right. Yeah. No flash pot on that effect.
Right. That got weirder than I thought it would be.
Right. All right. And this was clearly red.
Yeah. So one thing I want to mention with these
There's a flash spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that? What were you going to say?
Well, normally when you have a firework, you have a fuse.
Uh-huh.
And then the firework. Well, here the fuse basically is the firework.
The fuse is the firework.
So as soon as you light it, it's going. That's one thing that's really weird about these. Another thing, normally when we have different colors of fuse, we expect different burn rates.
Right. That's
But
not so
here-
much the case here.
No, they're just different colors.
We got a new spectator coming here.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a split.
Right, that one split again.
The fuse went off one
Fuse
direction
went
and
off
the
one
flashlight lit.
And then,
Okay.
yeah.
They just didn't stick together like a team.
Right, right.
All right.
So where are we?
I don't remember, but
Jumping jacks with
let's check
Crackle.
out this spectator and let's pause it and get
Okay,
back to it. All right.
yeah, let's see
All right,
what's up.
Be right back with you, Pyros. Okay, Boomers, we're back at it. The nice friendly family from Texas were hoping to use the river park, and they were, I don't know if they were as disappointed as we are that it's closed, but they were disappointed too. We're all disappointed. We like the river park. So we're up to Jumping Jacks with Crackle. And we just talked about this, how we've seen the ground booms with Crackle and never this, you know, the smaller version like this.
Yep.
So let's see. And it's also a long strip. Oh my goodness. Whew. In the line of fire there, huh?
That one almost hit me in the head.
I didn't see much Crackle there.
I did not see the Crackle.
I didn't see Crackle.
I just saw a big 50-piece strip of jumping jacks.
And 50 piece on its own is good, but it's really not what it advertised.
No.
All right.
50 piece is not something you see, and I've never seen that.
Right.
But I've surely never seen them with
I'm going
Crackle.
to get up on these new small bees. We're getting up on it. Oh, fuse jump.
That was pretty wild fuse jump on that.
Really was. Yeah.
Coming to get you.
Yeah, that fuse jumped right at me.
Here's one more.
All right. So Jody and I spoke off camera about those. I kind of love them because they really just remind me of bees flying. I mean, they're small and they're cool on that basis.
Yep.
So we're up to the Zingers, and we got another spectator. You want to pause this thing, or?
Yeah.
All right. Be
let
right
them-
back, Boomers. Hang tight.
Let's let them.
Okay, Boomers, another visitor was hoping to use the park. Everybody's disappointed, and they had their dog with them. Was that like a Doberman-looking thing?
Look like a Doberman.
Yeah. It was a pretty dog, brown,
Yeah.
and looked sad. Oh, I want to play in the park,
Right.
it was saying. All right, but we got these Zingers. We know them more as speedballs on this channel, but they're all the same. Yeah.
Never gets old.
Never gets old.
And still here's two of them.
Double up. Zoom. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't really get out of there very well. Let's try three of them.
3. Yeah.
Nice.
So, I mean, we've seen them again and again. We've shown them again and again. Pretty much any excuse we get to light those up on camera, we do it
Yeah.
because we just love them. So, I mean, they're not weird to us, but that effect is unlike any other effect, really.
The first time you see that, it's weird.
Yeah. And quite frankly, I think that sound is kind of made by jumping jacks. I mean, it's similar. Of course, jumping jacks don't fly up like that.
You're
But
right.
it has, it's not quite as pronounced, but
Yeah.
it's a similar sort of note.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Right.
obviously based on the same concept in
Yeah.
some way.
Yep.
All right, and this is called what? Wonder
Helicopter.
Wonder Helicopter.
This is
All
by
right.
Miracle.
All right. Be ready to track this one. Here we go. It got upside down. It lost its wings. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
It lost its wings.
Lost its wings.
Well, maybe this one will do better.
Every time, well, how's that go from, what is that, Miracle on 34th Street? No, it's a Wonderful Life. Every time a church bell rings, another angel gets its wings. Is that how that goes?
Every time a bell rings.
Every time a bell rings?
Yep.
All right.
Magic Flying Unlimited.
Magic Flying Unlimited, which might be similar. You know what?
Oh,
We didn't set them up right. We didn't set them up right. That was user error.
that was user error.
These are supposed to be standing on end, and we jacked them up.
They're supposed to stand on end?
Yeah. It says this side up. Well, might not anymore.
They don't stand on end. They're the side that it says up.
Yeah, it stands like up.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Vertical, I think. I remember seeing that on one of these.
I always thought you lit it. Oh, yeah, this side up. There it is.
This side up.
Oh, well, that's...
Yeah, so
we did that.
boomers,
We have others of those, so let's do this.
got them with us?
No, we don't have them with
All
us.
right.
We don't have them with us. So we will have to try to get those to you another time.
Well,
Maybe we can
yeah,
find a way to get them in this video, but I
that
don't
would
think
be
so.
a trick.
Yeah.
We're on a tight turnaround on this. Let's go
Yeah.
on to the next.
It's down there.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, you have us doing the half marathon to get down here to this thing.
Well, I'm going to place the ham. So yeah, both of those. We have more of both.
But not with us.
Not with us.
So user error on that. We jacked it up. We're terrible pyros.
We'll try to get that to you as bonus content in the near future.
Okay, in order. Thunder strip with double bomb. And this thing is the magic whip with the, I was thinking cracker bombs up top, but Jody's thinking they're cracker balls, essentially.
Oh,
Oh, is those supposed to separate?
yeah. Looks like those separate.
Okay. So that's what that extra fuse was I was finding in there. Okay. So
Let's see.
basically light the bottom, the big old tail,
Yeah.
and it magic whips its way up. This is taking a little while.
Yeah. Should take a minute. We got more guests.
I think we had one dud out on us.
Well, they both went. They just went
They
together.
went together?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is up there, and the other one dropped. Okay.
Yeah, the other one dropped. But
All
that's like quick fuse between them.
All right, so we have
went really quick.
more and more visitors. This is a very popular park.
Yeah, they're wanting to use the park,
They're wanting to use the park.
but the park is closed.
The park is closed. All right.
So we're going to go, well, they're turning around on their own. We didn't
All
have to go tell these people.
All right. So want to light this other one?
Yeah.
All right. So next is I think that's the third one by the way we have it. Yeah, spinner sparklers is next on our list.
Oh,
Not
spinner
that it matters a
sparklers.
great deal, but
We'll do that one.
okay, they both got turned around on their own. No
Yeah.
need to give directions. All right, so this is, you want me to light this so you can hold it?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Is
I
that
can hold
helpful?
it.
You got it?
Yeah, I can hold it.
All right, so the one sparkler goes, it'll go up and cut that tape, and this thing should kind of spring open, huh?
That's what we're anticipating.
Right? There she blows. Okay, all right, go.
Yeah. So that thing's just rotating around.
Just kinetic energy there.
Yep. Pulling it down. That's not a spring. I mean, if you wanted to play with it a little bit, but I wouldn't go crazy with it.
Right. All right, in the moment report.
Well, that timing worked out pretty good on that.
It did. They probably understood that, right?
Yeah.
That the spin equaled the burn time at some level. I expected it to go faster.
Okay.
And I was a little disappointed by that, but I mean, that's as advertised. They did what we expected to do. I thought it was going to do it at a faster pace.
For a handheld item like that,
You shouldn't be going crazy.
I was thinking it wasn't going to go crazy.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wasn't thinking in those terms. All right. Okay, Boomers, we scrubbed forward in time because we were messing around with the placement of this pinwheel parade. What's it called? Is that right? Pinwheel parade.
Pinwheel parade.
All right, let's see this thing, man. I'm going to shoot it from head on. I think that's how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll get closer to it.
All right, two observations.
Yeah.
One, that bottom wheel kind of got spinning contrary to the rotation and stopped itself with the second stage.
Yeah, I saw that.
And obviously it shook around and got a little loose, but I don't think it would have been an issue to handhold this.
I don't either.
I think, I mean, that was just a liability thing to say don't do it, but
probably.
But there we go. All right, that's all we got for this time of day, right? We're going to do it again after dark.
Well, that was all for part one.
Oh, it sure is. So check in with us again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or it's possible we add on a little wrap up with the scoring for tonight at the end of this, or we don't really know. We might just save that all to the end of the second episode. But get back with us, Boomers. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining us. Okay, Boomers, it's after dark. We missed these, what are they called again? American color snaps?
American Color Snaps by Iron Man.
Iron Man's the make. But these are supposed to have a little color, and we couldn't pick it up in the daylight, so we're going to try after dark here. Let's see what we can do. I've got, I'm shooting the ground. Can you kind of shoot in my line of sight, you think?
Let's see.
No, didn't pick that up.
We go with...
No, you're throwing past where I'm shooting. Now do the same spot you just did. Yeah, okay. Again, same spot. Yeah. Yeah, I picked those up. So it's just a little flash on the camera. Y'all aren't picking up much, I know. But it appears to be a little red tint to us. So it is something different than a standard snap.
I'm seeing 2 or 3 different shades in there.
I'm not seeing it on the camera at all. We'll look at the footage again, but I am seeing color.
With the naked eye, I was seeing about 3 different shades of I don't know why I'm picking this up. 3 different shades of, yellow to orange to red in there.
All right. So well, that wraps up our first half of of Weird Pyro. Yeah. We're gonna do it again tomorrow, folks. Tune back in. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, Boomers. I've got some scores for you, and just sitting in the car, obviously cobbling together a little video presenting them to you. We will attach all the spreadsheet work of our individual scores so you can see how we did them individually, but I'm doing total scores. This is for the first day. And we have a top 5 here. The way we did scores, in case we didn't make it clear, was we did the initial impressions before we lit them. How weird was it? That score was 1 to 10. whole numbers only, so we couldn't do decimals. But that was 40% of the total score. And then after we lit it, how weird was it under those circumstances? Whole numbers only again, and that's 1 through 10 from each of us, worth 60% of the total score. So that gets us to our total overall scores. But for the first day, the top spot was the Miraculous Magic Box. And I mean, it was just wacky, right? That's by Monkey Mania. That got us 18 points. We were nines across the board there. We were both 9 on pre-lighting, and during ignition on that came up with an 18. Next up, number 2 was Soaring Eagle II. That was the smoke version by Miracle. That was good for 15 points. And number 3 was Kapow, those crazy little spinners that are fuses with flashpots attached. That is a 14.8. Base Jump by Brothers, and that's the mixed set. We wound up firing the whole set. Apparently, there's 2 of them that are smokes. It's 5 shots of smoke, and then the other 2 are 5 parachutes coming out of a candle, rather than mixed and matched. So that came in at 14.4. And the final item in basically our daylight shoot was hand blasters, which isn't even a proper pyrotechnic, really. It's those crazy balls that you bounce together and they give a little snap. Those were just fun and weird. That came in at a 14. So that's the top 5. Tune in tomorrow, and we will have the remaining Ordnance, mostly at night. In fact, I guess all of it at night. And I will get you scores for that day, and then straight into overall scores for both days combined. See you then, Boomers. Tune in to Mid-South Boomers tomorrow for the riveting conclusion of Weird Pyro.